The future of the industry is with women. Women are a little bit different as a client for wealth management than men are. Women are going to control 2/3 of the nation's wealth. So everything's going to have to shift. And so...
All right, I'm here with Cary Carbonaro at Ashton Thomas Private Wealth. Cary, you are a consummate conference attendee. You've been making the rounds this year. How's it been?
I have, actually. It's been great. I mean, just fantastic conferences, fantastic networking opportunities, fantastic speaking opportunities, always talking about my favorite subject, which is women in wealth.
You spoke at RIA Edge down in Hollywood. That was fantastic. You spoke at Future Proof. I think you're hosting the Female Advisor Breakfast tomorrow. Is that the case?
Well, I'm not hosting it. I'm speaking at it.
Oh, very cool.
Schwab is hosting it.
Okay. Glad that you made that distinction. Tell us a little bit about the breakfast. What can we expect?
Sure. So I'm mainly talking about my career and how many moves I've made, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, learning from my mistakes, from my pros and cons of a move, what to look for, what to ask for, what to look for in a new firm, all those kinds of things.
Awesome. So you've just landed at a new firm, Ashton Thomas Private Wealth. Can you tell us a little bit about the firm, kind of its background and style and philosophy, and then a bit about your new role and what you're up to over there?
Ashton Thomas is a national RIA firm based in Scottsdale, Arizona. Also own Amplify Technology.
Okay.
And they just got private equity money from ARAX Capital based in New York City. And so they're expanding out their footprint across the United States as we speak right now. So for me, it was United Capital-like back in the day. And so I was trying to get back to what I had at United Capital, the whole camaraderie and magic that happened there. And I felt like this was United Capital 20 years ago. So I feel like new, fast-growing firm, which is super exciting.
Oh, that is so cool. So it sounds like the foundation is set for growth and scale. And then, am I mistaken? You must have come on in a strategic addition kind of perspective angle. They really care about women and building out female advisory services and support over there.
So, well, they definitely do now that I'm here. But I think, the future of the industry is with women. The demographics are shifting. By 2030, which is, right around the corner, women are going to control 2/3 of the nation's wealth. Right now, they control 1/3 of the nation's wealth. So all the future clients of the RIA firms are going to be women. That is going to be different because the industry was, built by men for men. So everything's going to have to shift. And so whoever gets there or whoever skates to where the puck is going to win.
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it. Can you help me and some of the folks at home understand like some of the drivers and variables at play here? My understanding and my lived experience is that females are making the majority of the buying and commercial decisions.
Yep.
Is that it, or is there more to this ball of wax?
There's more. The biggest change is that women are going to be majority breadwinners in the United States for the first time ever in history. That's the hugest shift. So that's number one. They're starting businesses. Massive amounts of entrepreneur women. They're inheriting wealth. They're divorcing wealth. They're building their own wealth. So it's a combination of all these different factors. And of course, the longevity of the fact that we live longer. So all the baby boomers are going to outlive the men by, 8 to 10 years. So that's why women are going to have a lot of this concentrated wealth. But, it's funny because a lot of people think that it's mainly inheritance or divorce, and it's not. There's so much more than that. So much more than that now.
Thank you so much for helping me understand that. I'm sure there's tons more. I'm sure you'll talk about it a bit more tomorrow also. How do you view the great wealth transfer and all this? Is it a catalyst? Are these force multipliers?
So many things. It's just, like I said, it's happening. We're 5.5 years away. I actually wrote a book called Women in Wealth, a playbook for empowering your clients and unlocking their fortune. And it is the playbook to capitalize on this shift that's happening. So I want all the men who don't know what they don't know to understand women are a little bit different as a client for wealth management than men are. And also, everybody knows the stat that women leave their advisor when their husband dies 75% of the time. And so that's another reason, why is that happening? And if you want to keep the client of the future, these are the things that you need to do that. And I have a whole book on what exactly to do step by step.
Awesome. I'm excited to check the playbook out. Moving to RIA Edge West, how have the last couple days been? You have any big highlights from what you've seen so far?
So I'm just so happy to be here. I'm going to be here the whole week, and I literally cannot wait for every single session. I'm super excited to be here and to just learn from everybody that's here and all the speakers and attendees and side meetings and sponsors. It's great.
Now, RIA Edge West, I feel like you got the full run, the full gamut this year with your conference attendance. What sets this one apart? What makes it different? What makes it special?
So I love the venue. I don't know if you can see behind us. We're on Marina Del Rey. So we're literally on this beautiful, gorgeous location at a Ritz-Carlton. So I think the location is fantastic. I like the fact that it's the complete opposite of Future Proof, because that's where we just came from, which is, so many people that I didn't even get to see you.
Yes.
We're here. I've already seen you like 3 times. Yeah. And so there's no way you're not going to get to see somebody at this conference.
Awesome. It was, I feel like you got to rub elbows at the big ones, but like it is that like the magic happens when you get to do it 3-4 times. What do you think? Is there anything you want to close off on? Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
Just expect that so much more women in wealth, you're just going to keep hearing more and more about this. I mean, I've been saying it for 10 years, so I sound like a broken record, but it's now actually coming upon us. So I believe that all RIAs and broker-dealers and the wealth management industry is going to change because they have to change. It is now, we're on the precipice of this incredible wealth shift happening, and it's super exciting.
Super exciting. Cary, huge fan.
Oh,
thank you so much. I really appreciate your time here today.